Hello everyone, in today's session we are gonna see how we can create our very own space in Hugging Face. Hugging Face is a platform where you can deploy your machine learning models and you can see how your models are working. You can see a demo of your overall machine learning model, and if you are interested in AI and overall understanding of machine learning, then Hugging Face is one of the best communities where you can learn about machine learning and AI. So without further ado, let us see how we can create our very own space in Hugging Face. So for that, let me open my Chrome browser and I will search for Hugging Face here. So I will search for Hugging Face and you can see that I got the website of Hugging Face. Now click on it. You can see this is the interface you will get after the account creation. If you don't have account in Hugging Face, then let me show you how you can create it. So let me go to incognito and search it for Hugging Face, and you can see that I will get the website of huggingface.co. click on it and you can see this is the initial interface of Hugging Face if you don't have an account. Now to create an account we need to click on sign up. So click on sign up and it will ask you for your email and password. Let's say we are giving our email and password, some random password. I already have my account. I will give some random email and password. And remember that when you give your email now, give the email which you actually use, because you will get a verification code after it. So in order to create your account and give your username, after this I will ask you username, LinkedIn, GitHub, all this information, and I will give you a verification code through your email. And if you don't have the email which you have given, then you cannot proceed further. Like this we will create an account in Hugging Face. Okay, now after creating an account you will be redirected to this interface. This is the page after you create your account. Now here we are gonna see how we can create our own space. So to create our own space, here you can see that there is an icon, profile icon. Basically this is my profile. Click on my profile and you can see that I will get the information about my profile. This is my name, Sheikh Mohammed Jabir Hussain, username, LinkedIn, GitHub, and after it about me section. Now I have already created a space in the Hugging Face, but to create a new space you can see there is a button called as spaces. Here in the nav bar you can see that there are different options like model, datasets, spaces. Now we need spaces, right? So I will click on spaces. Now when we click on spaces, now you can see that I got the page of spaces. Here you can see there are different spaces like stable diffusion 3.5, large space. These are the top spaces of this week. Now if you are lucky, if people are watching your model and testing with your model, then you might be come into the top week section. But here we are going to learn how we can create our very own space, right? So you can see that there is an option called as create new space. So click on it, and when you click on create new space you will be redirected to a new form page. Now you can see that I got the create new space. Here I need to give the name of my space, and you can see that on the left side I am having owner name is Da Jabir Hussain, and I need to give my space name. Let's say my space name is image classification or IH classification. Let me give IH classification. Okay, now we need to give here a short description about our space. Okay, let me give image machine learning model for image classification. Okay, I have given the model name. Model basically a short description. Now after it, here I will ask you a license. If your model requires any license, then you can give the corresponding license to it. Right now I'm gonna leave it blank. After it, we need to select a SDK are nothing but you can say packages or libraries which are used in order to run your model. Now right now we are gonna use Gradio, because Gradio is a very simple package of Python which is used to show the demo of our machine learning model. It is used to show the demonstration of our models. Okay, right now I'm gonna choose Gradio, and I will leave it blank. In Gradio template there are multiple options like blank, chatbot, text to image, all these things. Right now I'm gonna leave it blank. After it, you can see that we need to choose the hardware, on which hardware our model is gonna learn, like work. So here there are multiple options. If you click on it, you will get multiple options, but all these options require some costing. If your model requires like extensive usage of GPU, then you might use some high-end GPUs, high-end computers. But right now I'm gonna go with free model. Okay, now you will get two options, like do you want to make your space public or private. If you make your space public, then anyone can see it, but if you make your space private, then only you and your team members can see the overall like model. So I'm gonna make it public for now, and I will click create space. So when I click on create space, my space got created. Right now there is no model, there is nothing. So how we can add, how we can integrate our machine learning model to this space? So in order to add this model in our space, what we have to do is we need to first of all install git bash in our computer. You know, if you don't have git bash, let me show you how we can download it. So here search for git and you will get the website of git here. Now in the website you can see that there are multiple options. Just go to downloads, and if you, based on your computer operating system, choose the corresponding like thing. If your computer is Mac, then choose MacBook. My computer is Windows, so I will choose Windows. I already have Git in my computer, so I don't need to download it. But if you don't have, then please download it. Without it we cannot like do we cannot integrate our model with Hugging Face. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is that I will open my git bash. This is my git bash. Now first of all, let me check what is the current location. PWD, this is my current location. C users Daja. Right now I will go to desktop. Let me open my files here. First of all, let me check where am I. So in C drive, users Daja, and here, so I'm gonna clone my space into my computer. After that I will integrate my code, I will add my code in this folder. After that I will again repush, or you can say push my folder to spaces. I hope you have understood. What we are gonna do is that first of all I will clone this repository into my computer. Okay, now in this repository, in this folder, I will add my machine learning models. I will add the code of my model. Now after adding the code, again I will repush into my Hugging Face. Okay, this is the idea. Now to clone this in this folder, in this C user Daja desktop, I will go into this desktop folder. So cd desktop. Okay, now I am in desktop. So what we have to do is that, just let me close it. Now you can see that there is a git clone link, so just copy it and paste it here. Let me paste it. Okay, and let me remove all this. We don't need all this here. Okay, and this also. Yep, click on it. Now you can see that our cloning process has started. So we have successfully cloned this folder in our computer. You can see if I go into my folder, you can see there is a folder called as IH classification. So we have successfully like cloned this repository in our computer. Now what I'm gonna do is that I will open my VS Code. In the VS Code, I will open this folder. So here, let me open this folder here, open folder, and I will open IH classification folder. I have opened this folder. You can see that in this I'm having all these things. Now to run our app, I'm gonna create a file called as app.py. App.py, let me remove it, delete it. Okay, so create app.py. Now in this app.py, I'm gonna paste my code here. Let me select an interpreter first. Okay, we have selected interpreter. Now in this block you can find the code here, right? This is the code which we are gonna use, and I will provide you the overall information about the code in the comment section and description. And if you have any like doubt related to this code, then I'm happy to like contact with you guys. I'm happy to talk with you. Okay, anyways, so I'm gonna copy this code and I will paste it in my app.py file. Now you can see that I haven't downloaded this packages. First of all, what I will do is that I will run this model in my local machine. After that I will push. So in order to run this in my local machine, what I have to do is that I need to run this app. So I will open my new terminal. In the new terminal, first of all, I will paste this things into my computer. So what this first line will do is that it will create a virtual environment in my local machine. Now after creating a virtual environment, I will active my environment. After that, before like running our file, we need to create a file called as requirements.txt. So what this file will do is that it will tell my machine, okay, these are the packages you have to install in order to run this model. You can understand this as, to run our Java file in our computer, we need to install JDK. Right? Without JDK, we cannot run like Java in our local machine in our computer. Similarly, to run this model, here you can see that there are various models like Gradio, GR, Transformers, Torch, PIL, IO. These are the various models, various Python libraries which we are using, and we don't have these libraries in our computer. So what we need is that we need to download, we need to install all these libraries and packages into our computer. So what we need is that we need to write all our packages here. So I will go into this block, and these are the requirements we need. So I will copy all this and I will paste this in my requirement.txt folder. Okay, now this is the folder we have created, right? So what I'm gonna do is that I will paste this 3 lines into my terminal. So I will copy these 3 lines and I will paste it here. Now what will happen is that first line will create a virtual, first and second line will create a virtual environment. After the third line, pip install this requirement.txt will download all the requirements which I need in order to run my model. So it will like download all the models. After that, I am running my app, python.app.py. Now let me click on enter and give S here. It will take some time to download all the packages here because of like internet connectivity. If your internet is slow, like right now my internet is slow, so it will take some time to download all the packages, but it is totally based on your internet connection. If your internet connection is fast, then all the downloads will get like in few minutes will get. So let me just wait for some time. Okay, you can see that it has downloaded all the packages which I need. Now after downloading all the packages, you will get this URL. So this is your app URL. Using this, you can like run your app in your computer. So just I will follow this link. So let me click on it and I will follow it. Now you can see that here I need to paste my URL, and based on the image URL which I am passing, my model will tell me what is this image, whether it is a top, whether it is a pant or trouser, it will tell me automatically. So here I already have a image. Here you can see that I already have a image. This is a jumper. So I will copy this link and I will paste it here in my model, and let us see what it will tell me. So we already know that it is a jumper, right? So let us check what this model will give me. Here you can see it is telling me the given image is a jumper. The probability of the given image is whether it is a jumper or not is 78%, and the rest is trouser 22%, top 0%. Like this, it is telling me what image I have passed. Now here in the array, let me scroll it down. Okay, now in the app.py you can see that I have added 3 elements, and I am using Marco's model in order to classify my images. Okay, in order to classify my image, I am using the model built by Marco. Marco is one of the AI based company, so basically I am using their model. Now here you can add multiple images and you can experiment with it. Like you can add like whether the given image is you can add trouser, you can add pants, you can add some like other attire of like other clothes as well. Like this you can add multiple things. Now if I remove this thing, let us remove, like I am removing jumper. Now I need to relaunch my app, so I will copy this. Okay, I will close my terminal. Now I need to run again my app, so I will write python app.py. Now click on enter. I will take some time again to launch the app. and it will give me the same URL. Okay, so here, okay, now you can see that I got the URL again. So I need to like follow this link. So let me follow this link here. Now what I'm gonna do is that I will paste the link again. Here, this is the link I have given, right? Now let me click on submit. Now you can see that I will not get jumper because I have removed jumper from my array. So the next highest probability will be Towser. So like this, we can run our model virtually, in our local machine. Now the next question is how we can integrate this model with our Hugging Face. So in order to integrate our model, first of all, we need to check our Git status. So in the terminal, I will open my terminal again. So I will delete it and I will open a new terminal. In the new terminal, I will check my Git status. So here I will give Git status. Click on enter and you can see that this is my current Git status. Now what I will do is that I will push all the things into my Hugging Face repository. So in order to push, I need to follow this URL. Here you can see that I am having this URL. By copying these 3 lines, I will like commit all the changes to my Git repository. So let me just remove it and enter. You can see that it is showing some sort of error. Okay, basically it is creating the model. Yeah. And after this, after completing all this, I will get a Hugging Face, what you can say, Hugging Face URL, and it will show that we have successfully imported our model into Hugging Face. It is taking kind of long time to like commit all these changes because I'm in a very remote area and my internet connection is not that much good. But yeah, the thing is, when all this download gets completed, you will get a link showing that successfully deployed our project in Hugging Face. Now when you get the link, when you click on the link, you will be redirected to this your space, and within the space you can see your model. Like you can see that this is the model we have like submitted. So this is the previous model which I have submitted, called as Imaginary Hub Classification. And if I give here the link, the image link which I am using, if I give the image link and submit, then you will see that I will get the like which category to this particular image belongs to. Okay, so this is giving me some kind of error because I don't have proper internet connection in this area. That is why it is giving you error. So the thing you need to remember here is that after completing all this uploading process, within the terminal you will get a link to which is redirecting to Hugging Face, and when you click the link, you will be redirected to your space. Like this, you will be redirected. Like when you give your link to this model, it will give you the overall like what is this image and how it will work, what type of image it is, and in which attire it comes in, all those kind of things. Like this, we can create our own space in Hugging Face. I hope you have understood how we use Hugging Face, how we can create our own space. So what we generally do is that first of all, we will create an account. After it, go to new spaces, give the name and all the licensing to your space. After that, clone that repository in your local machine. Now after cloning that repository in your local machine, what you have to do is first of all, create a requirements.txt file, and this file will tell you, okay, these are the packages that Hugging Face and my local machine have to install in order to run this model. Okay, now after installing all the packages, what we have to do is that we need to give this comments in our terminal. So when we give this comments in our terminal, what will happen is that it will push all the main content to Hugging Face repository, and after pushing, you will be redirected to this page, something like this, and within the page you will see your model. Whatever the model you have built, you can see the working of that model within that space. Like this, we can use Hugging Face to create our own spaces and deploy our machine learning model. So I hope you have understood how we can create spaces in Hugging Face. So with that being said, I will see you in the next one.